That's a good intro. Thank you. So 7 years ago, I started on my entrepreneurial journey. I really wanted to start a record label, but I knew nothing about the music business other than it was intrinsically flawed, and that relationships changed everything. So I dove in. Now, Independent Ear has been a name in Rockford for these last 7 years, but for the first 4, nobody really knew who we were, or more importantly, who I was. So it took Jason to make pretty much what everything I'm about to talk about today happen. We went down to South by Southwest, had a couple of events, did the whole cool music industry hang thing, but I met one person down there, and this one person has changed the course of the entire vision of this company. This individual's name is Ray Archie. He runs an organization called Notes to the Soul. Notes to the Soul, and what he was presenting to me at that time was this program called Music Makers, is where he was bridging music industry and education because the ethos of that organization was we go to school to learn a skill, but we're not taught how to build a career from that skill. And his program at the time was Music Makers. So he had me out to New York last summer to speak at his conference, the inaugural Music Makers event in Brooklyn, New York. And I just became engrossed with what he was doing, and I came back to Rockford from that. We had a 5-hour-long conference call. I don't know about you guys, but a 5-hour-long conference call. Think about it. You're like, I had to charge headphones multiple times. You went from speakerphone to this because, your ears start to bleed after a while. But the thing that came from it was, how can we turn this, what I've been building these last 7 years, into something more than just a record label? Because nowadays, thanks to the internet, anybody can start a record label. If you're an artist, you can start it. If you're somebody who knows nothing about the music business, you can start it thanks to organizations like CD Baby and TuneCore and this and that and the other thing. So music distribution has become easy. But because it's become easy, it's become more and more challenging for artists to break through. And more or less even become sustainable. Because sustainability in any business is the challenge. How do you create something, monetize that something, and then turn around and actually make a long life and career from that something? So we made the move. We decided to turn Independent Ear into one of the world's only non-for-profit record labels.